and he was targeted in a scam. A woman falsely claimed he got her pregnant with twins. And as Jim Murray reports, he may not be
since I became pregnant by The Bachelor.
The Bachelor's Clayton Echard made TV history when he became the first ever Bachelor rejected at the final rose ceremony.
And it's like, I feel like anything that...
That's why I don't think anything. I mean, that you won't think something else.
Like anything in my life.
Last night was a mistake. I shouldn't have crossed that professional boundary.
11 days later, Laura Owens sent him a shocking email claiming she was pregnant with his baby.
You knew that you could not have gotten her pregnant. You said you'd never had intercourse.
I knew that we didn't.
Welcome to the Unfiltered Doll, where we do what? A little bit of cussing around here, so your parental advisory has been advised. All right, so let's get into The Bachelor, Clayton Echard. I am playing catch up on this whole Clayton Echard and Laura Owens madness. I'm reacting to harassment emails right now and text messages. Keep in mind, some of them are out of order, but my whole POV, my whole point of view here is I'm reacting in real time. It's going to be unfiltered, so I can be caught up and I'm ready for her court date in January of 2026. Sister Laura Owens has been a straight up tyrant, fake pregnancy, lies, mental health issues that definitely have gone rogue. FYI, we're not going to uncover everything on the channel, but I'm definitely going to talk about those I know good and damn well moments, those moments that make me say, now, Laura, Jan, what the hell is going on here? Jan is Laura's mother, and I have to blame somebody. And just so we're clear, this isn't journalism, okay? This isn't reporting. This is commentary in a group chat type of vibe, the let's talk some ish, let's get into somebody's damn business, but it's all public access, so I don't necessarily want to say it's gossip, you know what I mean? Just think of me as your good girlfriend. I'm scrolling my phone and I'm recording my thoughts, and we're going to get down in the comment section and talk all about it. And guess what? I'm going to get a lot of it wrong. I'm always loud and wrong, but I own that and I take the accountability. So please expect me to make mistakes. Oh, and please understand that I'm going to mess up people's names. Yes, I am. Now, we laugh to keep from crying because humor is included, but none of this shit is funny at all. Laura Owens, in my opinion, she is dangerous, and she actually had the potential to get away with this type of stuff for a long time. All right, so let's get into Jan and Clayton's text message. And I believe the date of this text message was June 4th, 2023 at 1:31 p.m. Jan says, "Hi, Clayton, it's Jan. I very much appreciate you reaching out to me, as I know this is a stressful time for you and Laura. I'm more than happy to talk with you, but I think it makes the most sense for you to speak more with her first. She is experiencing the physical effects of the pregnancy and needs the emotional support of you as the father of the child. I know if you put yourself in her shoes, you'd expect the same. You're both in my prayers." So this text message is in response to Clayton reaching out to Jan, Laura's mother. So his response to her text message is, "Are you able to talk here in 5 minutes? I would greatly appreciate it." Jan told Clayton, "Sorry, I'm busy this afternoon with Laura's dad, Ron." Clayton said, "Okay, no worries. When would be a good time to talk on the phone? I'm happy to accommodate whatever time works best for you." Jan says, "I'm really intensely focused on my husband and his medical needs through early tomorrow evening. Again, please communicate with Laura first. She told me about what you said this morning, and given the circumstances, I doubt you can convince me of any reason why you can't devote time to get to know her better so that the both of you can make the best decision possible. Clayton response is, I am not calling you to convince you of anything. I just want to have a conversation with you. I know you want what's best for your daughter, so I hope our conversation can lead us to a place where that is possible. If nothing else, I'd like to share with you a little bit about my entire situation. All I'm asking for is one conversation, and if you don't want to talk to me again after that, I will respect your wish. Can you talk Tuesday at 11 a.m.? In response to this, Jan, Laura's mother says, if you agree to take time to get to know her better, to see if there is a deeper connection given the circumstances, then yes, we can talk at some point on Tuesday. My husband has a medical appointment that day, and I'm not sure what time. Jan. Clayton said, unfortunately, we have already tried that, and there isn't a deeper connection. Your daughter came over to my house after she sent me a naughty picture, and she got down. Oh, that's not what it's. No, because that's what I would have said to Jan. I would have been like, look, Jan, your daughter came over to my home and swallowed me whole, not once, but twice. But that's like disrespectful. So he said, unfortunately, we have already tried that and there isn't a deeper connection. I'm sure you can understand that it's not possible to force something that is not there. Trust me, this would be a whole lot simpler if there was a connection. Nonetheless, I believe we could have a productive conversation and one that is worthwhile. Sharing my side of the story can paint a fuller picture that I feel will help you see both sides. You don't have to agree with me, nor am I asking you to. I would just like to give you an explanation for why I am proceeding the way I am. I will shoot you a text Tuesday morning and we can figure out a good time for us both. Thank you for reaching out. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Jan, in response to that, says clearly a connection of some sort was felt considering she is pregnant with your child. I am deeply disappointed that you have come to the conclusion without so much as taking her out on the date since this has happened. Unfortunately, if you are unwilling to even speak with Laura and explore the connection given what has happened, there is no need to have a conversation with me. In order to help Laura make an informed decision about this, it would be helpful to know of any physical, mental, genetic conditions, illnesses on your family side. Perhaps your mom or dad could shed some light on this. I'm starting to believe, and I don't know, remember, real time, and I'm catching up. Is this Laura on her mother's phone texting Clayton, making it seem like her mother? Jan, I know good and damn well. Now, Jan, I know you lying. I just hope that this was Laura. Can somebody please tell me this was actually Laura who said, Mom, let me see your phone? And she was actually communicating back and forth with Clayton. You know, Laura's crazy. Pretend she was Jan. Or is the mother delusional and just as crazy as her daughter? Child, listen. Surely you can understand is what Clayton is saying in response to that. Surely you can understand that physical attraction is just one part of the equation when it comes to a healthy and long-lasting relationship. There's much else that people must align on: politics, religion, love languages, attachment styles, beliefs, morals, values. The way we handle conflict does not align well. And also, I haven't felt like I've had a say in any decision since we've begun handling all of this. Those two issues alone are enough to show that we're not compatible, which is completely okay. Jan, I really think we should hop on a phone call. Wouldn't you agree? It's more important to hear both sides of the story before you cast judgment and come to a conclusion. Jan said, "My understanding is that you refused to have that conversation with her. Once you have it, I'm happy to talk to you on the phone."
I'm tired of this, Grandpa. That's too damn bad!
Now, we already got a dose of Jan, or maybe it was Laura, acting on Jan's behalf. You all would have to tell me that because, again, I'm playing catch up and maybe I missed that detail. However, Laura is now going to reach out to Clayton's parents. So before we get into the email, I want to say shout out to Dave Neal because his video was the original video that was sent to me when one of my dolls stepped into my Instagram DM and she said, "Oh my God, you have to get into this story right here." And when I realized how far behind I was, I couldn't stop because I love a train wreck. I love a shit show. I do. I can't lie to you. I love infidelity, robbery, fraud, scam, a lie. You know what I mean? And I love a little bit of crazy. Absolutely. Not because it's something that is entertaining. I just like to see people unravel. And I like to get down to the bottom of it in a not so serious way where it's going to weigh you down. And I feel like when I was watching Dave's video, the only reason why I was able to get into it is because there's that balance with comedy and his commentary. Sometimes when you get into like the news and you get into an article, it's a little boring and you sort of, you're just like, oh, that's fucked up, right? But that's it and that's all. So shout out to Dave because I feel like he gave personality to it. And it definitely made me want more details on exactly what was going on and what happened. I went to Shit Snizzle Ninja 69. Probably didn't do you any justice. I do apologize if I butchered your name. Shout out to you. I don't know what kind of software you have, but I can see the email loud and clear. So let me read directly from the YouTube video where you can also go to if you haven't caught up with all of this mess to actually see the emails and they're clear and she reads everything to you. So you don't even have to do any work if you don't want to, if you just want to get caught up with this bullshit. So let's go. Hi, Mr. and Miss Echard. On Thursday, Clayton said that if I provided him with additional information, such as the date and time of my next ultrasound, he would be able to be cordial. I gave it to him and invited him, but have not heard back. I was lucky enough to get accepted to see a high-risk specialist. We have some redacted information here. On July 24th at 9 a.m. for an ultrasound and an hour-long consultation. I told Clayton that he was welcome to go and that I wanted him to, and even offered to change the date and time if it didn't work for him. I explained to him that it's a referral-based practice that does not accept patients without medical records, including verification of the pregnancy and test results and notes from a specialist to prove that there is a condition that will require a high-risk OB. So in her case, she's referring to her specialist for her epilepsy. And she said she understood this need for extra proof. So I sent him the screenshots from my patient portal to show him proof of my appointment and the records that they received. We have some more redacted information. She continues, even though I have gone above and beyond to prove to Clayton that the pregnancy is real, nothing is enough for him to be civil to me. Even though he claimed weeks ago that the test I took in front of him that was positive was sufficient. I've taken this initiative to contact 3 different labs to organize a prenatal pregnancy test at the one that can do it the soonest and that will be acceptable by the court so that I can establish paternity as soon as possible. And so that we can make a parenting plan as we are required to do. I am financially stable and I want absolutely no money from him except what is required by the law. All I want is the support he promised to provide me with. I'm under an immense amount of stress and have developed high blood pressure and have explained that this could cause the baby to be born with developmental issues, which I know we don't want. I mean, Miss Ma'am, the baby, although the baby doesn't exist, you have some issues that have gone undiagnosed, and we need to be more concerned with that. I don't know if this is the proper time for me to get a little reckless and raunchy and mean, but go to hell. Is it nice? Can we still say that in 2025? We can't tell people to go to hell, can we? All right, I'll take it back. That's not nice. All right, cool. With all that being said, I am now going to continue this email. With all that being said, the purpose of this email is, one, I wanted to show you how much information Clayton has been provided with by me to verify the pregnancy. This is what he asked for, all of which was given. There was so much that it wouldn't all fit in a single email, so I had to make a Dropbox file of it. You can access all of the proof by clicking here. So she provided a Dropbox file. How kind. Based on how he has treated me, I don't want him present at the ultrasound and appointment on July the 24th. Hearing the heartbeat for the first time is sacred to me, but I know it means nothing to him since he has not had the courtesy to respond to my invitation to be there or even change the date and time. Either or both of you or your other sons are welcome to be at the appointment if you would like to be. I know it's an important event and I want people there who feel the same. I just don't want you guys to not feel included just because Clayton is no longer welcome unless he drastically changes his behavior and shows some respect. If he does, of course he can come along. There is no need to respond if you don't want to, but please know that your family is most definitely welcome to be there, and I would change the date and time for you guys too if the current date didn't work out. Thank you for reading this and hope you are having a great weekend. You know what's so creepy and disturbing about all of this? Something down in my gut is telling me that she's not even utilizing ChatGPT or Copilot. Something is telling me that all of the people inside of her head, those people, those voices, that is her ChatGPT. That is her automation. That is her AI. That's what I'm feeling in my gut. Are you all going to tell me that my gut is lying to me? I don't know. I don't know, but that's how I would like the story to go in my world and inside of my head. And I'm going to be quite honest with you. I'm not wrapped too tight my damn self. I'm not. I've done some crazy things, right? But we live and we learn. And I knew better while I was performing and acting like a clown in my own circus. There's a difference. But we're not here to talk about me. We're in Laura's business right now on this day. And yeah, so let me know what you think about those emails. Clayton is reaching out to Jan because he's probably like, well, shit. This one right here, I can't even deal with. Maybe I can go to the people who raised her because they are well known in the community and where they're from. You know, the dad is successful, Jan is successful. So hopefully I can get through to Sister Jan because, like me, they're public figures as well. And what did he get when he sent that text message to Jan? A bunch of bullshit, a bunch of craziness and delusion. That's why I ask you all to give me a sneak peek. Did y'all find out in the courthouse that she was the one sending the messages? Or is Sister Jan crazy as a bed bug as well? That is what I would like to know. Hey, Jen, how you doing, honey? All right, so that's all I have, you guys. In the next video, we are going to continue to get into the text messages and the emails as we get caught up with this ish show. Bye.
I really didn't want to come out because I thought people would judge me for it. And people have already. I know they have. And I did have 2 abortions in the past, but it was not their right to say that. Like, I wasn't ready for that to come out. And I've been for it.